It's back to school time for Chinese students, but as they got back this month, they found a new addition to their syllabus. And no, it wasn't just another subject or workshop. It was a crash course on how to catch spies. That is what China wants to teach its teenagers and young adults. There has been a propaganda blitz around Beijing's top campuses. This is the WION University. It is run by the state. Videos beamed onto faculty screens instructing the teachers and the students to become a defense line against the foreign forces. This one is the Beijing University of Technology. According to China's spy agency, it threw a national security-themed garden party. Students at Beijing University were asked to play an interactive training game. It's called Who's the Spy? For those who are not aware, it's a game in which players use questions to find a spy among the group. Around the world, it is played in make-believe, but in China, the game is training students to catch actual spies. And there's more. Universities have asked the faculty to take courses on protecting the state's secrets. The movement, in fact, has not spared kindergartens either. A kindergarten in the eastern city of Tianjin organized a special meeting. What for? To teach the staffers how to understand and use China's anti-espionage law. China's Ministry of State Security is usually covert, but recently it opened its first social media account. And guess what? Its very first post was a public call against espionage. Take a look for yourself. It says, counterintelligence and anti-espionage requires the mobilization of the whole society. It also says, I'm quoting further, the participation of the masses should be normalized. Is Xi Jinping in some kind of paranoia? China's ruling Communist Party is enlisting ordinary people. It wants them to guard China against perceived threats. It's also offering handsome rewards for people who report spies. And by handsome, I mean tens of thousands of dollars. But let me just tell you here, there is a fine line between vigilance and paranoia. What does training students, faculty, people in general for catching spies sound like? It's not just teenagers at home. China is also training students who are going abroad. They will be taught how to avoid being lured into spying for foreign intelligence agencies. But why is China turning its citizens into spy hunters? Why is it so obsessed with espionage? And what explains this desperation? Is Xi Jinping afraid of something? In May, the Chinese media reported that Xi Jinping has emphasized to boost national security. He told China's National Security Commission, and I'm quoting, "We must be prepared for worst case and extreme scenarios." He also called on the officials to enhance real-time monitoring and get prepared for actual combat. Again, what is Xi Jinping so concerned about? China already spends more on internal security than external security. Its public safety spending reached $210 billion in 2020. What is this money used on? For maintaining public order and controlling speech at home, among other things. And the amount has more than doubled in 10 years, by the way. It was as much as 7% higher than the national defense spending in 2020. And now it may be even higher than that. You see, as Xi Jinping's power has grown, so has the budget for domestic security. And so have the troubles. Beijing may be confronting some of its biggest challenges since Xi's ascension to power over a decade ago. Economic gloom is growing in China. Ties with the West are fraying. There has been an unexplained personnel change at the highest tiers of power. And amid all of this, is Xi Jinping sensing threats to his control? Is he also afraid of factions within the CCP? Is he afraid that the economy's downslide will lead to mass uprisings? Or is it a threat of a popular insurrection that's scaring him? Crash courses in catching spies inspired widespread caution in China. Will they bring any action on the ground? Last month, Chinese authorities announced the capture of at least 4 spies, and earlier this year, they sentenced an American citizen to life in prison for espionage. A high-ranking Chinese newspaper editor was also arrested for spying. You see, the obsession is only intensifying. What will happen next in Xi Jinping's China? And since we are on the latest coming in from China, let's also take you through our newly launched segment, Missing in China. This is a counter that keeps track of the high-profile disappearances in China. Li Shangfu, China's defense minister, has been missing for 20 days. Qin Gang, China's former foreign minister, has been missing for 85 days. Wei Fenghe, China's former defense minister, has not been seen in public for at least 126 days. Liu Chao, the former chief of the PLA rocket force, has not been seen in public for 66 days. Liu Guangbin, former deputy chief of the PLA rocket force, also has been missing for 66 days. We asked the Chinese authorities to address these missing cases. The families of these officials, after all, deserve an answer, as does the world. And we will remind China once again tomorrow. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.